Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're going to take a look at some equipment today. This is something we don't get to play that often, but there was at least one new card worth considering to put in here, and we're going to take a look at it. And we're going to start with Blacksmith's Talent. Now, this card creates an equipment, which is nice, because we have a bunch of things that are going to care about that. But it also makes it easy for you to equip during combat, and then later on, everything else automatically is going to have double strike and haste. So this can actually be really good after a sweeper, because then you just start loading up and get to attack with whatever you get. And we're going to have lots of stuff that has already things that give you double strike, extra power, all that. But getting into that, we're going to play some Kemba, because Kemba can automatically equip stuff. Also, if you don't want to overcommit to the board, it can just make other 2/2s, which is nice, and they can just steal equipment as well. We're going to play a couple of spring-loaded saw blades. This isn't really an equipment card, but we can actually untap artifacts to turn it into a 5/5 if we want to later on. And we will have artifacts to flip this into a 5/5. Hex Gold Halberd, this makes a 2/2 when it comes into play because it has 4 Mirrodin. So, you know, which is a thing we only have on a handful, not even a handful of cards. But it does give a thing First Strike and Trample, which is nice on our turn. We're going to try out a couple of Kellen to see if Kellen actually makes a difference. I don't know if it does, but maybe. We'll find out. Having a little bit of extra removal here, we are going to play some Rebel Salvo, because it does deal 5, and we can often cast this for like 1 or 2, which is super nice. Of course, if we're going to be doing this whole for Mirrodin thing, we have to be playing Blade Hold War Whip, because it gives something double strike, and it makes our equip cost cheaper. I had a space left over when deck building, so I decided to play one Sword of Forge and Frontier, because it does let us play extra cards at the top of our library. No idea if it's going to be any good, but it's something. Gonna have a couple of Archangel Elspeth in case we need to come over the top. We can do that if we want something post-sweeper to just make more creatures. This fits that, so it's kind of a cop-out, but, you know, it fits. Speaking of which, we are going to play some Biza, the Bounding Spring. Now, Biza is a 4-mana 4/5 that can get us all kinds of stuff. This is a good just late game play, and it's a big body, especially once we start putting equipment on it. And we have another little trick we get to do with this later on. Gonna play a couple of copies of Aster, Bearer of Blades, because this can actually help us find other equipment, makes all of our equip costs cheaper. And technically we could crew cheaper, but we only have one thing, and that crews by tapping artifacts anyway. Danitha lets us get some free stuff into play, or from our graveyard, and is just huge. First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, so a really good comeback card, you know, if you get to play Biza and Danitha on like back-to-back turns. Now, the other fun card we were talking about is Nahiri's Resolve. So this can give everything +1/+0 in haste, which is great. But we can also blink stuff out to protect it from a sweeper for a turn, and then they come back. Which means stuff like Biza, Aster, Danitha, they all get to trigger a second time. Or all of our equipment that have 4 Mirrodin also get to make another body, which is super sweet. And then we have Nahiri just because we get to just play some stuff cheaper off the top, maybe get like a 2 or 3 mana 5/4, which could be super nice too. So we'll see. It could be neat. We'll find out if she's actually worth it or not. So yeah, this is the thing we don't get to do too often. We don't get to play too many equipment decks, but we're going to see if this works out. As always, if you like what you see in the video, when you get to the end of the video, I'll have a link down in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor, that you can go and download it and try it into Arena yourself, or post your deck list over on Moxfield. They're super nice people. Anyway, let's go hop in and see if we're equipped to deal with the meta. Ooh, boy. Alright, let's keep it. This is gonna be an interesting one. Not a lot going on here in the early segments. Yeah, sure. We'll probably just get rid of this, to be honest. I don't think that helps us to the point we want it to. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this. Alright, freebooter. Alright. This somewhat works if there's a kill spell. Oh, another Tiny Bones, huh? Oh, I guess we just get rid of this. Alright, I guess that didn't hurt as much as it could have. And I'm just going to pass. They obviously want me to give them a treasure there. I don't know what they're setting up for. Also could have been bad if there was some type of sweeper. And I kind of wanted to get some value. Hopefully we can get an untapped land here for this. Choose a non-land permanent, sacrifice a discard, or lose 4 life. I think we get rid of this. Lose 0. I really thought about that for a second. I wasn't sure what I wanted to give up. Guess I will take this. And we'll attack with this. End the turn. Well, isn't that cute? I was thinking if we draw land, we can almost beat the opponent there. Kind of interesting. We can play this. We can then equip this to something. I guess it could be Kemba if we wanted it to. Right? Let's put this on... Yeah, let's put it on Kimbo. Why not? Yeah, cut down's fine. Like, it's like, it's whatever. I mean, that's 14. They gotta block something. Alright, we'll equip here. And equip here. Alright, I mean, if they have the combo piece, we just die anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, they didn't have it, so that's good news. And now they're back in a must-block situation. Still in a must-block situation. Yeah, I'll sack this little token, obviously. And I'm just going to make Giant Aster. Actually, wait a minute. I don't. I activate this, put an equipment on it. Do we have we do have enough to do that. Yeah. All right. Thought I was going to do something else here. Wow, this game was crazy. And then I'll put the counter on itself. And now they're both lethal. Alright, cool. We'll take that. Oh, we can't keep this. Like, there was no aggression in that hand. And this we're going to keep, but we're going to get rid of the Danitha there. Alright, and then it's just a kind of what do we get to hold on to this game? You know, I just realized this deck might actually be okay fighting against Glissos because we can have first strikers and double strikers. Or against toxic things. Though we only get it on our turn with those. We'd have to play this straight up. I kind of like doing this and this, but we'll force some removal on their side, I suppose. It's fine. I could just as well have made another play, which would have been safer, but we'll see. This is just toxic with proliferate. Alright. Yep, that makes sense. Huh. Well, what are the odds? I mean, they're probably just doing that again, so really no point here. I think we're willing to trade. Kind of wondering, what are the odds that they're just going to do something similar? I think we just pass here. I really want to draw a land so I could Aster and start setting up some stuff for future turns. Nope, they have a cut down? Ooh, that's what it looked like that was. It might also be something like a Tyvar stand, though. Or maybe they have a bunch of stuff that needs double black, and they're stuck on double green right now. Nope, there you go. There's some mana. I mean, obviously we'll block. Get trample or something? Or was it simply the Tyvar stand we were worried about? Alright. Yeah, that only... Is that a Phyrexian? I was gonna say, that only pumps Phyrexians, right? Only... Oh, 1/1 creature. Alright, sure. Canker Bloom. That's actually really good against our deck, oddly enough. Which is kinda hilarious. I was gonna say, we already got quite a few bits of equipment. Yeah, I guess we go ahead and attack. Like, why not? I mean, if they're gonna get us, they're gonna get us. Really? I mean, you block, sack, kill something? Okay, destroy the enchantment. Alright, fair enough. I mean, we already got Aster, so, like, cheap equipment already gonna cheap equipmenting. Wait. Where do I have mana left over to equip? Can I? How? What is it letting me equip with? Equipment costs 1... Wait. Is this bugged? I don't think that's how this is supposed to work. I'm getting to equip for... Okay, I'm missing something. Oh, well, now it's telling me I have to pay 1. Where did the other mana come from for these? Alright, I don't know what just happened. I'm gonna have to... I'm missing something obvious. Because I definitely played Aster and had no mana left. So I don't know. Like, I'm genuinely confused about what just happened. Alright, so we're playing the War Whip, right? We're using 1 mana. Because that's all we have available. And then I'm... Why did that cost nothing? Oh, wait, this is also making other equipment cost 0. I forgot. That's why. Okay, now that makes sense. That makes so much more sense. I forgot that the whips themselves also have a reduction thing on them. So they're free because I have Aster plus the whip. Actually, I might as well just move on. Honestly, while I'm thinking about it, like, one of those should just be over here for trample and double strike. All right. I don't know how I forgot that Aster plus Blade Whip, but hey, it worked. Yeah, to clarify my confusion here. So Aster says equip costs are just 1 colorless now, right? But then the Blade also says equip abilities of your other activated equipment cost 1 less. So because Aster makes them only 1 colorless, and then the Blade makes them 1 colorless less, they're just 0. So you can just, if you have those, you can just equip infinite to whatever you need. Alright, I think I have to mulligan this, because there's just not anything going on with that hand. This doesn't have much either. Gotta get rid of... I think the Forge probably... while that's cute, I think it probably just needs to be another creature or something. Exiles a card. Okay. Maybe I'll get lucky and we'll live long enough to use Biza and we'll get to replace our hand. Probably not, though. Alright. Something's got to die, right? Oh, well. I mean, I guess it could die to Liliana. Like, that's still a thing. No, just a virtue. Okay. Not gonna lie, not too mad at that. Sadly, we have to discard the springs here, not knowing what we're gonna draw, to make sure we have mana for the Biza when the time comes. Aster also puts a card in her hand, which is kind of nice. A little sad now because drawing is now going to punish us for 4 points. But probably still worth it. Oh, I don't even get to draw here. Actually, I just get the life gain because we were equal on cards. Glistening Deluge. Everything gets -2. What was that about? I mean, I guess I'll just take 3 here. I don't know. That was weird. And then now cut down? Okay, that... yeah, I was like, I don't know what was happening there. That was a weird sequence. Alright. I guess we'll get the double strike thingy. I mean, they could play that out of the yard now. Alright. He gone. Go to 12. Then go to 10. Oh, that is not what we wanted to see. Not what we wanted to see. Maybe we get a 2-mana equipment duder? Ah, we bricked pretty badly there. That's pretty tough. Yeah. Unless we draw one of our handful of remaining things to get rid of that, I don't think we're going to make it through this one. Yeah. Alright. We did, but it's just too late. Alright. Yep. That's a tough one. Let's keep this. Not 100% sure how this works out, but this is how it is when we're playing new decks, right? Alright, I guess we're just gonna go search. I already have those. I guess I'll take... Gosh, I don't know what we want here. I guess I'll take that. I mean, we know they're going to have some green stuff, so maybe. Pass the turn. Let's see what they've got. I assume we're going to want to use this on the Preacher, but you never know. Deep Cavern Bats. Alright, well, we're definitely going to use it now. I mean, we got choices. There's a lot here. Alright, they took Biza, which is kind of okay. We drew a land, so we would have actually been able to use it. So good call on their part. Where do we go from here? I guess we Kellen? No, we do this, right? I mean, I don't think there's any world where we're going to get to keep it, but we had it. Okay, maybe we do get to keep it, because I think they would have killed it and attacked there if they had another option. So that's interesting. Because definitely was not anticipating that happening. I'm going to pass. Because if they're only attacking with the Deep Cavern Bat, that's kind of okay at the moment. I can't tell if they have a cut down or not, which is the only reason I didn't, because I was going to attack and then move an equipment to Kellen, but this feels a little suspect, to say the least. Danitha lets us put a free one into play too, right? Alright, so let's go Danitha. Get the free sword. Attack here. Alright. This is why having trample and double strike is good. Yeah, see, there's the cut down. I knew it. I knew it. That's why. Sometimes you gotta trust your instinct, even when it's wrong. We don't always get it right, but sometimes we do. Right, if they can't deal with Danitha now, though, this is for real. And we have protection from green, not black, unfortunately. But next turn, I mean, we could give Danitha double strike. We could... Yeah, there's a lot that's about to happen here. Also, if we just decide to work on leveling this up over a couple of turns, everything gets double strike and haste, which is super nice too. Yeah, the crazy part is if opponent even plays Shieldred here, we're just like, whatever. We're going to run into Shieldred. Wait, so the opponent was just cooking, and then now they're roping out? Okay, then. Is what it is, I suppose. We'll just do our thing, then. I guess this means we will, play this. Well, man, this is unfortunate that this is going to end this way, because we were having a cool comeback with some sweet cards, and I think this is just how it's going to end. Ah, well. Yeah. You know, that's a case where a win is a win. That just doesn't feel great. But it's worth including just to see the interaction of the cards up till that point, because we were making a sweet comeback. I mean, oh well, we'll see what happens in the next few. All right. Ooh, we might actually get a early Nahiri. That could be cool. So we go equipment, Nahiri. That seems good. I am not opposed to that at all. Even if we don't, we at least have Salvo that can kill something big too. Also, opponent, sweet name, Soul Food, Soulefood. Pretty cool. Alright, Valley Caller. Well, speaking of such things, we'll go ahead and play this. Because First Strike is not Double Strike. So we may not get to do what we want to do. We may have to salvo this quest caller so we can punch through something. Does not pump that up? Oh, randomly does not pump frogs. Okay. Well, good to know. Phineas. Okay, you got it. So I guess the plan here is going to be attack with... Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that might change things. We could attack with both. This is whenever they attack. Get to put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature. Then if you have 10 power, you get to draw a card. Okay. I feel like we attack with just this. Alright, they're going to let it through anyway. I was kind of assuming something like that might happen. Then I think I'm just going to go here, believe it or not. And then I'll try to just get max value next turn with, like, Nahiri, kill something. We'll waste options off the top, but if they're equipment, we can play them for free, right? Yeah, without paying their cost. Am I going to have to kill a bunny corn here? Ugh, this is going to get ugly. This is one of those cases where it's going to get worse before it gets better, you know? Oh, are they going to get rid of our Elspeth? Good news, though. Bunny doesn't trample. They may be thinking about attacking into it, as say, with Phineas or something here, which would make sense. Oh, really? We're all going to come get some. Alright, I'm assuming they have something to protect their cards. So, I'm just going to block like this. Yeah, obviously. Like, they had to have something. Wouldn't have made sense otherwise. Alright, let's go with this. And then we'll attack. Only got a land. That's unfortunate. Alright, so go ahead and kill that off. Make a 1/1. Okay. So it's not great, but we're at least somewhat stabilizing. I could trade for a Phineas technically at this point. Not anymore, I can't. I guess I still could when they attack. But it puts it on other creatures, right? Yeah. Okay, maybe. There's some possible outs. We'll see what happens here. Depends on how bad they want Elspeth dead or that they want to come after me. Alright. I was going to say, if that's the case, we just let Elspeth die, right? Yeah. It's not even worth fighting over. Like, you got it. Okay, deck. This is our time. If you're going to do your thing, this is it. We have drawn many, many a mana source. We need to draw active cards that do something important. That is not it. Gosh dang it. That's a tough loss. There's genuinely nothing we could do here. We just drew too many mana sources. Man, we did not draw very many spells, did we? Ugh. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. I'm just thinking, like, we could draw a card? I mean, that's something. I don't know if it turns into anything good. Another blade. Yeah. They're just nothing. Alright, GG's. Man, opponent got us on that one. That's tough. I'm just trying to think, like, if there is anything else, but there's really not. Alright. Alright, let's keep it and see what we can do with this. Alright, well, some other type of black deck. That's generally been the theme today. I've just run into so many of them. Alright. Tear Asunder. Cool. I'd rather them hit that than some of our other stuff, honestly. Getting the equipment is kind of like, we got what we're going to get out of it, you know? Wish I would have had another cheap one here, though. Would be nice. Let's go ahead and pass. No point just running out that, because even if we're not going to get to trade. I mean, we kind of know that already. Alright, let's go ahead and kill off Glissa. During our upkeep, we'll go ahead and kill off Shieldred. Found land that comes into play tap, so okay. I mean, so far, done about as good as could be expected. Ooh, unfortunately, they will get our Rebel Salvo here. I say that. They might take Biza. Nah, because Biza, we don't get anything, right? Equal number of creatures. I have more cards. Equal life. I guess I'd go get a land. That would have mattered. Let's go ahead and do this. In the turn. So I still get the option. Oh, I could have equipped for free there. Gosh dang it. I should have done that in case they didn't have a cut down. Oh, you are super annoying. Damn. Do we let them keep that? Can I win if they keep that? Like, that's a real question. Alright, here's the thing. If we let them hit us before we kill it, we have at least gain life when we play. Alright. Let's try that. I mean, I say that. I guess the order I'm going to play this in doesn't matter, because they're going to end up... Yeah, doesn't really matter. Alright, no attacks. The thought here is that hopefully we get to cast the Biza. Then we're blinking Biza, getting some kind of value there. And then hopefully don't die to the Archfiend because we've gained enough life in between then. Like, there's a whole lot of what ifs, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Obviously, we have to block here. Taking 2 instead of 4. And some of this is also banking on the opponent not having a problematic card in hand that can just kill Biza here. Alright, here's hoping for the best. I feel like they do. But I mean, they could just be mana pausing to crack that. We'll see. This really just comes down to, do they have the spot kill card here? If they do, congrats. I can do nothing about it. Okay, they didn't. Good, good, good. Alright, then we will put one of these here. Actually, do we just put both of them there? Oh, we can't. I can only move one. Oh, I did get a treasure, so I guess I could put the other on it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then we're not going to... Oh, wait, I can attack with Biza, actually, because they have haste. All right. So then we'll blink out this and this. And, ooh, maybe this? Doesn't really do anything here. I mean, you know what? Maybe. Because if I draw a salvo, then okay, sure. Oh, did I not click the... Oh, no. I meant to click the other thing, too. Oh, that sucks.
Enough with the mysteries.
I goofed up. Alright, well, that's my mistake. I meant to blink that for sure. Alright, well, we'll deal the 5 to it. Do we get anything? We did not get anything. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and play this one. Level this up. Level this up. I could move one of these. Then we'll move this over here. And we'll put this on one of these. Not that it matters greatly. We're only attacking with this. Man, not having that other creature in play is going to suck so bad. Oh, I'm going to die now, actually. I actually can't win. Yeah, I literally can't win now. Because we're just going to die to the Archfiend anyway. Yep. Alright. GG's. Okay, let's keep it. Evolving Adaptive. Alright. Oh, hey, that's good to get here, huh? Don't know when we're going to get it in play just yet, but has potential. I do like some Paw Patch Recruit. I would have definitely traded there. I don't know if they're aware of that, but I absolutely would have traded. Alright, no attacks. I would like to get something cheap so we could play spring-loaded Saw Blades as well, but we'll see how this goes. Scrap Shooter is going to get rid of our Double Striker, I assume. No, they did not want to give us a card. Huh. Alright. Let's see what else you have in mind here, Mr. Scrap Shooter. Sweet. That is awesome sauce. Kill the recruit, though. We don't want too many cards getting value on their side. Hunter's Talent. You got it. Alright, we take 8. And then... Oh, well, that can't fight anything, so that's fine. Which is actually good, because we're about to play an Aster. Take that. We will attack. See if we get access to another land. Ooh, Lost in Ahiri's Resolve, though. That does hurt a little bit. Let's go ahead and put this on old Aster. Alright, end the turn. We have spring-loaded Saw Blades, which I could have used that instead and saved the salvo, which probably was smarter. But we're in pretty good shape here. Okay, how do we want to go about this? We probably just attack, see what we get. We're at 11, opponent's at 12. Yeah, their hand's empty. I don't know how bad this can get. We'll find out, though. I think we're going to do it like this. And I think we're good with that. Yeah, that works. So then we play this. Play this. Play the land. End of turn, we will blink this, this, and this. Alright. Yep, Mike Caller, you got it. Don't attack opponent. Shouldn't have done that. Alright, yeah, we're not blocking. I mean, we're going to get a bunch of things back with haste, double strike, the whole shebang, so... Yeah, we are not interested in doing much of anything else. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so, interestingly enough, this was... Okay, I will say, this was a fun deck. Interesting build. However... you don't beat the black decks. There's so many black decks on the ladder right now. At one point, I literally just conceded to 11, and I counted them. 11 in a row of various black decks. Because already playing against some of them, just, you don't beat the black... Like, you'll occasionally get lucky and win. But those are going to be insanely tough matchups. So, with that much on the ladder, excuse me, I don't think you can actually play this, realistically. Now, in the play queue... go ham. I think you can have fun with it there. I think it's totally okay. But on the ladder, I don't think you can get away with it, realistically. I just think you just don't have enough. Like, the problem is, even though you are getting some extra value from your cards, like, you have to have your stuff hit in almost the exact correct order, or it just doesn't do anything for you. Because your early cards are just not strong enough, right? You're playing 2/2s really effectively. You're playing 3-mana 2/2s. Yes, they have double strike or first strike or whatever, but it doesn't do much when you're playing against like Preachers or Shieldrids or whatever, right? Like, they're just too small. And if these were equipment that were adding extra power, then maybe I think that would make a little bit of a difference, because now you have 3/3s and 4/4s, but you don't really have that unless you stick a Blacksmith talent, I think, which is another way that like Archangel Elspeth can be helpful. One thing I would consider, though, is there is a sword that gives you protection from blue and black. So if we want to go that route, the downside is you don't get a lot of value on it, right? I mean, you can cast instant and sorceries with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard without paying the cost, but that's whatever. You get to Surveil, I mean, that's cool, but really, we only have Rebel Salvo, you know what I mean? So, like, you'd probably still rather have Sword of Forge and Frontier, because it's still decent and does stuff and helps you find more things. But this at least helps you in the problematic matchups, right? So that's something to consider. The other is, while Spring-Loaded Saw Blades is kind of cool, it is an artifact, like, there just weren't a lot of situations where it was worth flipping it. I think if I'd have ran into more control decks, then maybe I probably would have done it. But otherwise, you know, that's not much going on with that, so... maybe the plan here is just play some, I don't know, some Get Lost, and that's probably better for you in some of the problematic matchups. I mean, don't be wrong, like, Spring-Loaded Saw Blade can still kill, like, Shieldred or whatever, but you're not going to kill, like, the Archfiend and stuff like that. You just can't. So, I think at a minimum, this should at least become Get Lost, and it gives you a way to get rid of enchantments and things, so it's not, like, the worst situation. And then it's just a matter of the sword. Like I said, I don't know which way we go here, if you want to give this a go. Because we're already light on creatures, right? We have 10 actual creatures and then the 8 equipment that make creatures. So that's 18. So you really can't cut any creatures at this point. I think the best you could do is maybe cut Archangel Elspeths, which, you know, it's not fantastic, but it's something. And you can make room for the other sword if we want to do that. And then I don't know where that leaves us after that. Like, we have one more spot, which could be another creature of some kind, but you almost need it to be some other 2-mana thing. I mean, if we want to play a third Kimba, that's viable. Kimba does pump our other things, so like maybe we do that and just increase your density on creatures. But yeah, this is probably the best you're going to be able to do. But like I said, I think this is mostly something you want to relegate to the play queue, because you effectively are not beating nearly anything that's the heavy black decks. Like, the only other option I could come up with is you could possibly play Surge of Salvation main deck over the swords, maybe. I mean, it's something. I'm not sure I'd recommend it necessarily, but it's an option. So if you're missing some other things and you want to give this deck a go, maybe you play Surge of Salvation. But the deck, as we've now got it, is 3 Blacksmith's Talent, 3 Get Lost, 3 Kimba, 4 Hexgold Halberd, 1 Kellen, 4 Rebel Salvo, 4 Bladehold Warwhip, 1 Sword of Forge and Frontier, 1 Sword of Once and Future, 2 Biza, 2 Aster, 2 Danitha, Benalia's Hope, because there is another Danitha, 3 Nahiri's Resolve, 1 Nahiri Forge and Fury, 7 Plains, 6 Mountains, 4 Battlefield Forge, 4 Inspiring Vantage, 4 Restless Bivouac, 1 Fountain Port. And again, I would play this mostly in the play queue, so if that's where you spend your time, this is fine, but I wouldn't necessarily take it on the ladder. That said, we did play a frog deck that actually overperformed on the ladder, so if you want to check that one out and give it a shot, check out the next video. That's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.